Read aloud. For this item type, you need to read a written text aloud. The recording status box shows a countdown. You have 30 to 40 seconds to prepare depending on the length of the passage. You hear a short tone. After the tone, start speaking immediately.
The climate for doing business improved in Egypt more than in any other country last year, according to a global study that revealed a wave of company.
Do not start speaking before the tone because your voice will not be recorded. Finish speaking before the progress bar reaches the end and the word recording changes to completed. Repeat sentence. For this item type, you will hear a short sentence.
Most teaching staff make their lecture notes available online.
When the audio finishes, the microphone opens.
Most teaching staff make their lectures available online.
There is no short tone, so speak into the microphone immediately and repeat exactly what you heard. Describe image. For this item type, you need to describe an image. The recording status box displays a countdown until the microphone opens. You have 25 seconds to study the image and prepare your response. You hear a short tone. After the tone, start speaking immediately.
The graph shows the percentage of the population receiving age or disability pensions in different regions of Sydney.
Retell lecture. For this item type, you will hear an audio play.
In an article that you wrote that I just read, you said you wished you could take everyone.
When the audio finishes, you have 10 seconds to prepare. After a short tone, the microphone opens.
The author of this article is explaining how
you need to summarize what you heard. Answer short question. For this item type, you hear a question.
If telescopes are used to locate distant objects, what instrument is employed to magnify minuscule objects?
You may also see an image. When the audio finishes, the microphone opens and the recording status box shows recording. There is no tone, so speak into the microphone immediately. Answer the question with one or a few words.
a microscope.
Summarize written text. For this item type, you need to write a summary of the text in one sentence. You have 10 minutes to write your summary. Your word count at the bottom of the screen counts the number of words you write. There are also cut, copy, and paste buttons, which you may use while constructing your summary. Make sure to include the main points of the reading passage in a full single sentence. Write essay. For this item type, you need to write a 200 to 300 word argumentative essay in response to a prompt. You have 20 minutes to write your essay. Make sure to write a minimum of 200 words, but no more than 300 words. Reading and writing. Fill in the blanks. For this item type, there is a passage with some missing words. Beside each gap, there is a button with a drop-down list. Left-click on this button to reveal the list of options for that gap. Select the word you think best fills the gap. Multiple choice. Choose multiple answers. For this item type, you need to read the passage and answer the multiple choice question. There is more than one correct response. You need to select all the answers you think are correct. Reorder paragraphs. For this item type, you need to restore the original order of the text by selecting text boxes and dragging them across the screen. Select the text boxes, drag them across the screen, and use the arrows to reorder them. Reading. Fill in the blanks. For this item type, you see a text with some missing words. You need to drag and drop words across the screen to correctly fill in the gaps in the text. You have a list of words in the box that you can use to fill in the gaps in the text. There are more words than gaps, so you will not use all the words provided. Multiple choice. Choose single answer. For this item type, you need to read the passage and answer the multiple choice question. There are several possible response options, but only one is correct. To choose an answer, click on it using the left button on your mouse, click on it again to deselect it, or click on a different answer. Summarize spoken text. For this item type, you hear part of a lecture.
International expansion is also something that you've emphasized as CEO, and one interesting aspect of that.
You need to write a 50 to 70 word summary on what you heard. You have 10 minutes for this task. The word count at the bottom of the screen counts the number of words you write. Make sure to write a minimum of 50 words, but no more than 70. Multiple choice, choose multiple answers. For this item type, you need to listen to the recording.
Every building in the world, more or less, they have kind of a privileged position above us, around us. They can see, if you think about it, most parts of any room.
Answer the multiple choice question by selecting all the correct responses. To select an option, click on it using the left button on your mouse. Click on it again to deselect it. Fill in the blanks. For this item type, you see a transcript of the audio recording. However, some words are missing. Restore the transcript by typing in the missing words.
The Coalition has not matched what is Labour's most important innovation promise. That is to bring together responsibilities for innovation, industry, science and research under one single federal minister.
You may prefer to make notes while you are listening and fill in the blanks at the end. Highlight correct summary. For this item type, you need to select the summary that best matches the recording.
We're not running out of oil. The first thing one can say with absolute confidence is that we're not about to run out of oil.
You may prefer to listen first, make notes, and then read the summaries. Multiple choice, choose single answer. For this item type, you need to listen to the recording and answer the multiple choice question.
And I think most historians, both British and American, would agree that that new interest and that determination to govern...
There are several possible response options, but only one is correct. Select missing word. For this item type, the last word or group of words in the recording has been replaced by a B.
Have the disease, whereas this study was looking at trying to stop you getting it.
There are several possible response options. Select the most appropriate option to complete the recording. Highlight incorrect words. For this item type, you hear a recording and see a transcript.
So far in our discussion of chemical reactions, we have assumed that these reactions only go in one direction, the forward direction, from left to right as we read it in an equation. That's why our arrow points from left to right. Reactants.
However, the transcript contains some errors. While listening and reading, you need to click on the words in the text that differ from what the speaker says. Write from dictation. For this item type, you hear a short sentence.
Final year business students have to write a 5,000-word essay.
Listen carefully and type the sentence into the response box at the bottom of the screen. Remember to check your spelling.